In November 2022, a delivery van pulled up to a rural Texas home carrying a Christmas present, a package of Barbie dolls, for a 7-year-old girl named Athena Strand. Instead of completing the delivery, the driver committed a horrific crime. The driver, Tanner Horner, confessed to police that he accidentally hit Athena with his van while backing up. He told investigators she wasn't seriously hurt, but instead of calling for help, he panicked, pulled the child into his vehicle, and strangled her. Months before his trial was set to begin, Horner did something highly unusual for a capital case. He pleaded guilty to the murder. This diagram illustrates what happens next. A guilty plea skips the question of whether a defendant committed the crime. It bypasses the evidentiary guilt phase entirely and pushes the proceedings straight into the penalty phase. That decision shifted the entire focus of the courtroom. The trial became a harrowing moral debate over what Horner's punishment should be. Because of the intense media coverage in rural Wise County, where the murder occurred, the proceedings were moved here, to the Tim Curry Criminal Justice Center in Tarrant County, to seat an impartial jury. The newly seated jurors faced a strict binary choice. Under Texas law, they could either sentence Horner to life in prison without the possibility of parole, or to death. What followed was a 19-day trial presenting two entirely different lenses on the exact same crime. The defense mounted an appeal for mercy, while prosecutors laid out the terrifying facts of the abduction. Now, 12 people were forced to weigh the most horrific act of a man's life against the complex reality of his human background. Inside the courtroom, the defense team shifted focus onto the man. Detailing his history of abuse and mental health challenges, attorney Susan Anderson asked the jury for mercy, arguing a life sentence without parole made execution unnecessary. It's a difficult request for any jury to process. They had to decide if a documented history of trauma and the guarantee of a secure prison cell could somehow balance the scales against the murder of a child. The prosecution answered that plea by confronting the jury with the stark, terrifying reality of the crime scene. Prosecutors displayed a black and white photograph taken from the van's security system. It captured a visibly uneasy Athena trapped in the back of the cargo area, moments before she was killed. Then came the most devastating piece of evidence. Before the attack, Horner covered the van's internal camera, but he failed to disable the microphone. It recorded a horrific hour-long audio track, documenting the entire strangulation. District Attorney James Stainton used this recording to dismantle the defense's emotional appeal. He pointed to the audio and asked the jury, was Tanner merciful? Did he show remorse? The evidence answered with a clear no. The abstract discussions about mental health and upbringing could not withstand the sheer, visceral weight of listening to the crime happen in real time. After 19 days of agonizing testimony, the jury took just 2.5 hours to deliberate. They returned a sentence of death. Horner sat stone-faced as the judge officially delivered the verdict. Under the law, a death sentence skips the lower appellate courts and is automatically sent straight to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. The 2.5-hour deliberation suggests that for this jury, the recorded proof of the crime outweighed 19 days of testimony regarding Horner's background. With the legal outcome decided, the trial moved to victim impact statements, giving Athena Stanley a platform to address the killer directly. Athena's uncle, Jacob Strand, spoke directly to Horner, telling him he had taken a life and left a family in ruins. He then promised Horner that he would soon face the wrath of God. But his final words served as a definitive ruling on Horner's legacy. He told the killer, "You are nothing. You are a footnote in Athena's story." The justice system determined the physical fate of the perpetrator. In those final moments, the family reclaimed the narrative, ensuring Athena's name is the one remembered, while her killer fades from the page.